New year. Let's get this mixing room cleaned up a little bit before we get rocking and rolling. Start with a fresh table here. Straighten some things out. And let's get to work. I forgot how nice and bright this booth was. And I cleaned that. What a good start to the day. Well, this thing was hit pretty hard. Pretty much replaced everything. I was doing some repairs on my roof, but I had to kick my truck outside, so there's some bare steel. So I threw some of the car rep on it. And we'll see how it holds up outside in the sunlight. I'm thinking that it'll be just fine, but I can kind of seal in that bare metal with some epoxy. It's a win. One of our courtesy cars is rusty, and we got the rockers tuned up on it, but now we're gonna fix the fender, because the fender's like $600 our cost. It's ridiculous. So I grabbed a fender, a junk fender. I was like, oh, I'll use this. But just with some basic measurements, it wasn't quite what I needed. So it's actually a panel for some Ford van. But I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this bend. I'm just gonna trim that. And I'll start making that fit. This little bend here is gonna end up being this. I'm only gonna go up to this line. The tough part will be getting that line in, but curving it with the stretcher shrinker should be easy. So we said, screw it, that body line lines up with the rocker right there. I got this thing bent up real quick. Kind of took that little notch. It's like, I'll make that my corner. And bear with me. Let's see it fold that into place. It's pretty good. A little bit of that line there, but that's easy. Just gotta push that edge in. Or I can actually, it's kind of flat right through here. I just kick it over that stand and kind of mold it down, and it should be ready to go. Now it's just a matter of folding this end over, figuring that out, but yeah, we're laughing. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this metal out, so when I put my patch on, I can line this up really nice. So when this lines up, which will then push that inwards, so when I fold this edge over, it'll, oh god, now let me think about this again. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. So yeah, I think I'm going to fit this up first, kind of put some marks in here as far as I want to go. I can at least mark the back if I ever need to trim anything off to not go beyond that point. And then I think I'm going to cut this edge out about the thickness of the metal. Then I have all this still in place. I can use this bit to help fold over that edge to try and get that. Yeah, I like that. I like that plan. Yeah, something like that. Cut this chunk off, just score a line. I like using tape. Score and snap on the straight edge. There's this excess. Yeah, tape's easy to see where you're cutting, and if you do a good enough job, it's straight enough at least. Trying something here, put this piece of flat bar clamped in. I'm just gonna beat that into submission, hopefully. Line that up there. That gets us really close right there. Actually, yeah, that's good. Make work easier. Work smarter, not harder. Pray that works. I'm pretty sure all I have left to do, once I line that up, trim that away, probably right about there. I'll fold that over some more, have it look like this. And then really, it's just a matter of cutting this to fit down right, come on, in there. Have that lined up. And yeah. Once it's lined up, cut it and butt it up. Done and done. For how quick and dirty that I'm doing this, it's actually fitting pretty good. I don't have that line in there. But it's our courtesy car, so we figured whatever. If I was to do it, I wouldn't have picked the metal with the bend in it. I would have put the body lines in there, and then I would have zipped it, and then I would have bent it so that this moves independently of this, because this needs to be somewhat straight above that line if it was there, and then that would have to curve like normal. But the idea of that line is just there to line up with the rocker anyways. Holds no purpose other than aesthetics, but I'm just going to tack this in, move it around where I need, and test fit and send it. There we go, tacked in, kind of fitted it up just to see how it would go. That's got the right shape. This did curl out a little bit, measured out nice. I just got to clean that up, fold it over more, weld it, whatever. Pretty basic now. I'm just going to finish welding this and yeah, pretty much call it a day there. And if it needs a little bit of movement here and there, yeah, just take a hammer and persuade it to where you need it to go. But this metal on this fender, it's not welding nearly as nice as this. Tried cutting away all the rust, but I don't know. It is what it is. But there's a patch, done and done. Almost like factory. And we're just trying to patch up the courtesy car so it looks good and doesn't look like a piece of crap. Yeah, I'd rather do a new fender, but they're really expensive, so this works. It's our car, we can do whatever we want with it, right? So we'll just patch this in real quick and dirty, and it'll actually look pretty good when it's done. Nobody will even know. You can't look at both fenders anyway, so you won't even notice the body line. There it is, welded on, nice secure. This looks really good. I test fitted and I didn't quite like this, it was gappy, so I ended up pounding this out. Now that lines up really nice against the rocker, and then it follows that same swoop. And here's the inside. No skips, no nothing. A little difficult, especially in here. I didn't do a great job cleaning the backside off, but it's welded on. Now we just got to put 2 holes wherever in there, because we patched that other rocker. We put some nut zerts in, and boom, boom. That's what holds the bottom of the fender on. And yeah, that's it, that's all. One beautiful patch. I follow this guy on YouTube called Fitzy's Fabrication. He's just like super old school. Angle grinder, a welder, yeah, hammer dolly, and he'll just build panels, like full on like rocker panels and patches, and everything looks good, but just he breaks it down really nicely. Just like basic shapes. He just cuts a little piece, cuts another little piece, welds them together, sends it. But yeah, if you want to know, I find that was really good to learn. Then if you have the tools like the stretcher shrinker and all that stuff, you can kind of use his basic metalworking skills and techniques to help build a patch panel. But Fitzy's Fabrication on YouTube is pretty interesting to see. I definitely recommend checking him out if you want to get some sort of basic knowledge on, I don't know, metalworking, welding, kind of a bit of a how-to to do this and that. So yeah, check them out. We don't just got one gunny wheel. No, we don't just have 2 gunny wheels. We have 3 gunny wheels and the spare. But 3 gunny wheels. This wheel is all buggered up, getting repaired. He decided, let's just do new tires. We're gonna send those out to get new tires to match that one. And this thing will be good to go, but yeah, gunny wheels. So we can still move the truck around. A little hard to move around without any wheels, right?